Once upon a time, on the outskirts of Griffin, Indiana.
Wait, who are you? What the... Get out of here. I am the one telling this voiceover. What is going on, everybody? I'm the Lone Wolf. Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I recorded this Let's Play episode. It's supposed to be Griffin, Indiana, episode number 6, playing Trattors Hometown Farming, you know. But for some reason, my mic was off on my headphones, so I have to record this in a voiceover form. In this right here is field number 9. This is our new sprayer. I actually sold the old New Holland sprayer, and I just bought the new SP400F, I believe it is called. And this is going to be our new sprayer for the series. Now, I do apologize, since this entire video, which I think is like 26 minutes or 27 minutes or whatever, is about literally all going to be a voiceover. But I really wanted to have more audio in it than just like a full time lapse through of the entire thing. But I had actually started this field contract, since this thing is like enormous, about, I don't remember if it was 20, I think it was like half an hour before I started recording. And I actually got the entire field done, and I just kind of did the ending of it during the recording. But there's going to be a lot of noticeable cuts during this, because I was just taking out all the times where I went into the menu, because there's no need for that if I'm not actually talking about why I went into the menu. But this field is in-game about 63 acres, 64 acres. So in my numbers, it's about a 600-acre field. So it's the biggest field in this map. It's, I think, actually the second biggest field in-game, you know, like in the entire game of Farming Simulator. Because I know the biggest one is on the aggravation map, or the horse aggravation map. It's 200 acres, so that's literally a 2,000 acre field. It's an absolutely massive map. I mean, all the fields on that map are gigantic. I think that's the biggest field in, like, a lot of the biggest fields in the game. But in this video, I'm just going to be kind of talking about the certain things that I was doing. Like right now, I'm going to the diner where Aaron, the guy who owns the field that I just sprayed, he and I are gonna kind of discuss the financials of how we're gonna how he's gonna give me the money for it. He was gonna give me $25,000 cash and $25,000 in check form. Obviously, that's kind of a high for that, but he's paying $50,000 total for me to spray that field. Now, the diner, I was gonna turn on the main road, which would have been just obviously the main road in the city, but I was going to turn that way, and then I was just like, oh, shoot, I thought I was going to go fill up with more fertilizer, but then I realized there's no fertilizer in the shop, so I couldn't do that. So I just decided, screw it, I'm going to go on this back road up to the diner, which is just this building right on my right here. I unrealistically pull into the yard, which would probably not be that legal. I mean, I bet it's not even that legal to be pulling this into the parking lot in general, but it works for now. And you'll notice one of the noticeable cuts up here in a couple seconds where I just make it seem like an instantaneous occurrence, where I just walk in the building and then almost instantly walk out the building. Like, okay, walk in, stop recording, have lunch, discuss financials, and then instantly walk out the building, so you don't see all my financial secrets. But yeah, so right after this, you can see my money jumped up quite a bit. It's already up to $90,000 or $91,000, which it was $41,000 before I got the money. And during this time, while I was in there, I actually got called. Bear with me. I got quote unquote called, and I had accepted another contract. So another guy, he wanted me to fertilize, do the same exact thing I did in the field 9 to field number 1. This guy's named Kenneth Fletcher. He's the older guy up in northern part of town, and he was just like, hey, I saw you fertilizing, like a custom farming, I guess what you could call it. Could you come and fertilize my field? And I just said, sure, why not? That would be good. but I'm able to, it's amazing. I burned that first section. If you look down below in that little liquid fertilizer percentage bar, I burned all that on one field, and I complete 3 other contracts. 3 more contracts. One on field 1, one on field 15, I think, and then one on field 28, all with the remaining amount. I burn like down to 1,200 liters on field 1. I burn 600 liters on field 15 and then 600 liters on field 28. So it perfectly burns down the amount of fertilizer that I had in this sprayer. But I don't think I discussed it very much. There's been some changes to the farm. Obviously, you can see this is our field right here. Our soybeans popped up. Up ahead of us by the farm, our corn popped up, and that little weird patch that I don't know how it even happened. I know I planted all corn, but right in the corner here, if you look carefully, there's just that little patch of soybeans that was planted in the cornfield, and then our wheat field is doing really, really well. It's, I think, at this time about 83% growth with 15% moisture. If that was at 100% growth, that would be perfect moisture to harvest that already. But I bought a new pickup truck. If you do remember, I did have Conta Camiga Modding's F250, that white one that I was going to use for like the boat trailer, the fertilizer trailer. But I actually traded that in because a couple days ago, or actually about a week ago, Agritono released his F350, which was like way better in my opinion. No offense to Conta Camiga. His truck is cool. It's cool for just like a beat around farm truck, but Agritono's, I'm just going to say, is better. Have more customizations, got 4 bed options. It's just a really, really sick mod. And then, of course, as you know, the sprayer is here. We got the SP400F. This is an actual real-life sprayer. It's got the same exact engine sound as the original sprayer that we had, that old homemade sprayer from the New Holland one, quote-unquote. But other than that, nothing else really changed. I mean, I did a bunch of, before this, I did a bunch of service. I unfortunately burned a lot of money. I wanted to make it seem like this series started with $100,000 I had. So when I bought all the bulk products, I had $75,000 for like seed, herbicide, and fertilizer, all of that for all my fields. So that burned me down $25,000. And then after that, I did a bunch of service because harvest season for the wheat is going to be coming up here pretty soon. The corn and beans are not even close. They're at 17% growth at like 68% moisture. So that's not good. We can't do anything with that. But I did a bunch of service, which burned me from 75 grand all the way down to 41. And that was the 41 that you saw. Now, with that, I gained, or earned, I should say, 50,000 just from doing that huge contract, which wasn't that much. I mean, I burned it from 75,000 down to like 46,000, and then I bought 2 fertilizer tanks to fill up the sprayer, and then I did all the spraying, which was very easy. I mean, it's literally just fill up a sprayer and spray down a field, which is not that hard. It's not like baling, where you have to get a tractor, get a mower, mow a huge field, rake it, or ted it, rake it, bale it, stack it, and haul it to sell. That's like one of the hardest contracts. And I will tell you guys something. Right here, at this exact moment, I was talking about contracts. Not like in-game contracts, but real-life farming contracts. And I might tell you a little bit about it right now. Okay, so in real life, in the farming world, there's something called a contract, which has to do with farming commodities. And if you don't know what a commodity is, it's basically just a product that you have grown or you have made that you are preparing to sell. Or basically any product that can be sold that's owned by somebody is a commodity. Like, if I'm making custom workshop benches out of crankshafts for the legs and then an elevator door for the tabletop, and I'm selling those in a large amount, those workbenches are a commodity that people can buy from me. But a contract in the farming world is kind of a mix of a gamble and a promise. Okay, so before harvest season starts, when there's a certain price, you like say that corn is at $4 a bushel, okay? You think, oh man, $4 a bushel, that is a great price. I'm thinking that I can get a good price off that. You go to a co-op and you say, hey, you guys make a contract where you give them 100,000 bushels at $4 a bushel. So that would be, 400,000. So that is what you do. You would promise to give them $100,000 or 100,000 bushels at $4 a bushel. Now, the gambling part of it is you can either have a good thing if prices drop because you still get that $4 a bushel, or it could be a really bad thing. You could get screwed in your price if you're promised $4 a bushel. You get $4 a bushel, but corn's at $5 a bushel in the nationwide average. So that's where the gambling is. Okay, so say with like even soybeans. Say that you have $75,000 or 75,000 bushels that you're promising a co-op at $8 a bushel. That's the same exact thing. You can either get you can get like blessed, or you can get tanked, or whatever. Like all the gaming terms. You can get blessed, or you can get tanked, or nerfed, or screwed, or whatever. You can get blessed by the prices dropping because hey, I made a good decision. I got this contract. I gave them that grain. Everybody else is getting screwed by prices, but I'm getting this $8 price for soybeans. The bad thing is, like I just said about the corn, you could be promising that 75,000 bushels to the co-op at $8 a bushel, but then you're like, oh shoot, prices are at $9 a bushel now. I'm only getting $8. Everybody else is getting great prices. I'm getting screwed by $1 a bushel. I mean, obviously, if you're not a very avid farmer or you don't know much about farming, you think $1 a bushel, that's not much. But it adds up. I mean, think about that. $1 over 75,000 bushels, that's 75,000 bucks. That's insane. Where 75,000 bucks. I mean, think about that. You are losing if you get screwed by that. Prices are at $9. You promised $8. You're getting screwed out of $75,000, which adds up really quick, especially if you do massive contracts worth like hundreds of thousands of bushels at certain prices. If you get screwed, I mean, say that it's like corn's at $3 a bushel, and then it jumps up astronomically. Just bear with me. This probably wouldn't happen unless there's like a catastrophic failure in the farming community. But you promised a contract at an average price of the recent time where you're like, okay, yeah, prices have been at this pretty long. I may as well make a contract on it. You promise 300,000 bushels to a co-op at $3 a bushel, and you're like, heck yeah, this is good. Now, when that contract is, you have to fill it. There's actually a time where you have to fill it, or else you're kind of screwed. You have to fill contracts, okay, guys? You can't just say, okay, I kind of want to fill this, but then if something's not going well down the road, I don't want to fill it. You have to fill it. But down the road, when that contract of $3 a bushel for 300,000 bushels, say that prices are at $6 a bushel for corn once that contract comes to the time where you have to fill it. Think about that. You just got screwed out of literally double the price that you promised. Okay, so let me look that up. I've got my computer open right now. 300,000 bushels. Okay, so you put 300,000 in times 3, you get 900,000, obviously. So you just got screwed out of $900,000 if you get screwed like that. That's what the big gamble of it is. I mean, contracts are good because there's that blessing that you can get from it. Because say that, like I said, $4 a bushel and it goes down to 3, but you've still got that $4. You didn't get screwed by that low price. You got the good price. But like I said, it can add up really, really quick if you do those huge contracts. Like I said, 300,000. $3 a bushel, and then it jumps up to $6 a bushel, you just got screwed out of that 900,000 or the potential of $1.8 million. That's just insane to think about. But off that topic, sorry about rambling on about that contracts thing. But right there, I am just testing my field. As you probably saw, it was at 83% growth at 16 or 15% moisture. So that would have been a perfect moisture setting to harvest at if it was at full growth. But I'm wanting it to grow a little bit more before I actually harvest it. But yeah, then right here, I just pull into the yard and I call another person and see if they wanted to get their field fertilized. And they said yes, so eventually I do start a third contract of the day. And I actually do 4 contracts in this entire episode. So I'm probably just going to say new sprayer, 4 new contracts for it, or something like that. But right here, I just got a contract worth about, I think it was like, was it 3? I think it was like $3,000. And both these contracts, I have 12. I mean, think about this. This was perfect. I don't know how I got it to be so perfect. I had 1,200 liters, 1,200 liters. I had how much was it? $3,000 for one contract, $3,000 for another contract. Split those up, and it uses 600 liters of fertilizer each field. It literally came down to within 20 liters of being empty. It was literally insane. I can't believe how perfect that worked out. Yeah, guys, I hope you guys really don't hate. I hope you guys don't hate when I give informative lessons on like that contracts thing there, but it can be really helpful. You think? If you do want to learn about it, it can be really helpful. But yeah, that's the baseball field of the town. There was actually a baseball game going, and in the original recording when my mic wasn't on, I was actually saying, hey, I wanted to go to my boss's son's baseball game. I promised him, but then I ended up not because I had so much work to do. But field 15 is the one, the little yellow strip on the right. You can see one big yellow strip, one little yellow strip. The one on the right is the one that we're doing next. I think it's field 15. Like I said, we're just over $3,000. And of course, the fact that when I'm doing these contracts, I could split the amount of fertilizer I had in my sprayer evenly, 600 on one field, 600 on the other, and it left, like I said, down to about 20 liters left in the sprayer. But yeah, it's really nice having a brand new sprayer because the old one, if you remember, was only half the width of this. This one I think is a 36 meter sprayer. I might be wrong about that. But the other one was, I think, 18 meters. So yeah, it would be split right down the middle. This can get any job done twice as fast. So it's really nice having that. And also, in Farming Simulator, I'm not sure if it's this. I mean, it's obviously not this realistic in Farming Simulator. You know, real life would use a lot more per field. This one is very slow applicating. I'm not really sure if it's actually that slow in real life. Because obviously, you guys know, Farming Simulator is not very realistic. Because, like, in Farming Simulator, when you're doing stuff on a field, you have to plow every field. You basically have to cultivate every field. You have to spray for weeds. You have to put fertilizer on like 3 times. In real life, you don't have to. That's just not normal. Not every field takes 3 applications of fertilizer in real life. That's kind of something I wish that they would change in Farming Simulator 2022, but who knows if they will. They did say that they were going to add a little more realism, but Alright guys, so you probably noticed there was just a small little cut right there in the video. There, I'm very sorry. I kind of turned my mic off because I was trying to talk to my dad. He just walked in, so I didn't want to leave him waiting for so long. But there, that cut right there, I accepted the contract from, or accepted the money from that contract, which was $3,100, I think, something like that. And then I started, or accepted another contract on field 28, which is that teeny corner field up past the mill up here, that is literally almost identical to the previous contract that I did. Okay, so $3,000, $3,000. It was perfect. I can't tell you. It was unbelievable how even I was able to make these. But this is the field right here up in the corner. I'm glad it's not sunflowers, because I'm not joking to you that those sunflowers were literally giving me motion sickness just because of how bright they are and that little pattern that they make, all the yellow dots. So I was literally getting sick just recording that. You may be thinking that I'm joking to you, but I'm not. I was literally getting sick from just watching that. But yeah, supposedly, I mean, from the trailer of Farming Simulator 2022, there's been, I think, 5 big stories. There's seasons being built into the game, because, you know, right now I have seasons on this game right now, but it's an optional, it's a mod. You have to download it, and it takes up mod space for you to be able to use it. Now in Farming Simulator 2022, that is going to be in-game as an option. If you want it on, you can turn it on. If you want it off, you don't have to turn it on. Because I know some people. I mean, before Seasons came out and I actually realized how to use it, I hated Seasons because I was like, okay, this is boring. I have to wait this long to work on stuff. But that was a little bit before I started actually learning about farming, because my dad taught me so much about the farming world. My boss has taught me a lot about it. I've learned a lot about it from farming YouTubers, and once I actually realized how it works, I was like, hey, this is actually really interesting how you can make seasons so realistic in the farming world, where without seasons, it's literally just a constant stream of cultivate, or till, plant, spray, harvest, till, plant, spray, harvest, all that kind of stuff. And then every 3 harvests you still have to plow, you have to lime, that kind of stuff. But it's just, now that I've used seasons for so long, because I used seasons since it came out on consoles, but I just didn't like it that much. But now I don't like the original version unless I'm trying to do like a unrealistic thing on my own time, you know, where it's like, oh yeah, have $90 million and I just build a random town, or I build a dealership or something like that, or I just can harvest a bunch of stuff, test out a mod or something like that. I always turn seasons off for that, because obviously when you have seasons off, harvesting is the first thing that happens in the when you first start the game. But yeah, we're actually coming very, very close to the end of our video. We're only about a minute away, minute and a half. But this was so cool how we were able to fit 4 contracts, or 3 in a really small percentage of a 4th one, into this one single video. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you enjoy I hope you like the sprayer that I chose, this New Holland SP400F. I hope you enjoy, or I hope you like the fact that I bought that F350. I got it with a flatbed, and I got it in a white gold color, which looks really, really, really cool. And then I hope you enjoyed how this episode went, and that little farming commodity lesson I gave you. But anyways, that is how this voiceover basically is going to end. We end with about $107,000. If you did enjoy this video, please go down below, hit that like button. It really helps out the channel. It's not just a number thing. It will get recommended. The more this video will get recommended, the more of it it's liked. Also, go down below and hit that red subscribe button and hit the notification bell. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. and I'll see you in my next playing Trattors video, which hopefully will not be a voiceover. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Like and subscribe. I'll see you in my next video. Thanks, guys.